On your iPhone, you can have a favorites list in your contacts. And your favorites will show up only in the phone app, and it will also only show up in the call log. Well, right now I'm looking at my call log, and this is all my incoming calls. But the challenge is, it's kind of hard to figure out how to create a favorites list. Now you can see I did an attempt there. I have the faves, but that's not my favorites list. If I go back to the call log and I want to look at my favorites, there's no favorites here. And so how do you add a favorites list to your iPhone? By the way, another point of interest about favorites is some cars with the Apple AirPlay or the connection to the car speaker system, it actually will pull in your favorites as an option instead of pulling in all of your contacts. So let me show you how to create a favorites list on your iPhone. Again, you can't do it from here. You go to edit up here. All you can do is edit these lists, and that faves is not the favorites. You got to do it from the calls. Click on calls, click on edit, add favorite. And when you add favorite, I can search for Rebecca. The red star means she's in my emergency contacts list in the Apple Health app. Hit that, and I want to call her on her phone, and I want to use the mobile, and I just added her to my favorites. Now I can hit plus and add another one. Let me go get some of my daughters. I'm going to do this quickly. And when you're adding favorites, you can decide, do I want to message them, call them, video them, or send them an email? And so, because I'm using all this in my phone log, I want to call them. But again, you can add favorites, and you can, again, message, call, video, or mail. So I've added my wife and my 4 daughters in my favorites, and I just hit the blue check mark. And now they show up. The only place they show up is on the top of the list here above the call log. They don't show up in contacts. It doesn't show up as a list. It would be great for it to show up as a list. And it's not in under keypad. And again, it doesn't show up even on messaging. If I go messaging and I do a new message, I go to who? It doesn't give me the ability to select my favorites. There's faves, but not the favorites. The favorites appear to only work when you're in the phone call log. And by the way, if I had more than 8, actually more than 7, there'll be a button that says show more in a list of favorites in a list. And this is all in the call log when I'm using the unified option. If I go to the classic option, then you'll see the favorites does not show up here. But if I go down to the bottom left, there's the star to show all the favorites. iPhone favorites shows up in the call log, whether you're using the unified or the classic display. I'm Teddy. I'm all about helping you overcome the risks and fears of using technology, and I hope this is helpful for you.